And the political grounds, no part me can catch them say, you know, Kessie, and the mood to power when it comes to the politics of Ghana. And now say Ghana, and my say, Muno, untimi, disan komonoa, ube is happening way, a free, young political discourse in the book at all. Is say, free time wa imagine ye bear Muno, he's been very, instrumental, fan on ideas, ne. Adwenkyerɛ sɛdeɛ yɛbɛka no no ɛne enisuade hunu a sɛde bia no operate Ghana from mema na kwenya na wobɛdi man no so na ɔno nso de Nyankopɔn de dua ne mu no watimi a exhibit sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛboa yɛnyina astememfo wako akyɛ and then no 2024 abato a yɛkɔ wɔn yɛ sɛ so no anwini obia nso ntimi enwini sanse wa siesie ne ho kama ejina brane se ena wogidie mapaso e woni nyame mu ene Ghana fo mu se enne ana afiwe no Ghana fo be hye nenu nyam peni America ne ho asemi Dr. Hassan Ayariga. Doc, I'm fine. Bibi aboko there.
Oh, everything bibi fine. Bibi fine.
Ebuzia
also
ya man ntia se unse no obeka jo se ni twi no se de tie nti obepoto na odi biso afefe mu a na che se komo no aye de kama welcome once again.
Thank you, Doc. How are you?
Fine.
You're looking good.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
thank you. So what's been happening to you? How is everything, campaign and everything?
Campaign is expensive. And also it's challenging.
How so? How challenging?
You see, I don't know how we got there, but I'm wondering how we got there. You go out to campaign. When you meet the people, instead of them asking about your policies and what you intend to do for Mother Ghana, all they are asking is money. My sika. Oh my sika yebetu. How did we get here? Because this is not the Ghana I know. And yet, they say, Bibia, you police stations, constituencies, regionals. Depending on Mamisika. So, say, no. At the end of the EBC say, you better vote man depend on more money than more brains. Maybe in the best in the coming elections, this one and the subsequent one, if you have money, you get more vote than if you have brains. So it's about more money than more brains. Because the Ghanaian people, BBIC, economy is hard. The suffering is real. The hardship is becoming unbearable. And finding a way to resolve it. We are now all becoming corrupt. Wow. Almost everyone is now becoming corrupt because in a country where your salary cannot sustain you. Salary of public workers cannot sustain them. Salary of citizens cannot sustain them. How do you expect them to live with a minimum wage of 18 Ghana cedis? Daily wage of 18 Ghana cedis. You and I know that even your transport from your house to your office is more than 18 Ghana cedis. Yes. How then do you live with a minimum wage of 18 cedis, 99 pesos? Then you ask about payment of salary. People have to wait 1 month long to get their salaries. And when they omoji sikano and do 1 week, sikani ni asa. So who are it is a reforms be brave because and yes sir, by the time we realize no, every Ghanaian will be corrupt. Because system no and yet and because naturally the system no and yet. So people are forced to become corrupt. What here? Yes. So corruption, that is the reason why I say government upon government or more fight to corruption.
I see.
Because you have policies in place that will manage the economy well, give the public workers some benefits, proper salary structure. But to say almost jimusika a year, kama. What year? So all these things, no. I think what to say, market women are now corrupt. Oko talk tomatoes now. Odu kwino from anywhere Ubeba Accra and now Kumasi. Checking who basket no more Ubia half a rubber and a paper. Half. Canon of Huno. Half a mutual papers more down. Other ones are more story building mount. Story building to say Bako Bakoha. So there's too much space. Linear corruption. Oko to fuel. Over 4.5 liters. Attendant will put you 3 liters. But yeah,
yes.
We got to rice, and the price 10 cedis. A China will 15 cedis. The next time we call 20 cedis. Who determines the increment of all these things? Omakachi say a dollar no, a petrol prices. So who are this country has no future, and this country has no way out. Nobody is managing the country. The country is an autopilot. Everybody, oh yeah, the BBN OPE. What year? Everybody, a BBN OPE. Now, if you have an economy that everybody, a BBN OPE, definitely, if you are running for elections, everybody will also be demanding for money. So a judge campaign, no, are very challenging. And don't forget, even Uber call rounds, fuel, no, prices now are cost through. Hotel bills are cost through. Vehicles crowd, Uber rent and now Uber idea.
But before we feel say what's Ubo so person would demand penny dear. Say we are resourceful. Jenny say complaining was an
we'll say we are resourceful. One will say you have to be resourceful. That is okay. But the demand of voters, no, it's more than the word resourceful.
I see.
Uti, Oko, Kumasi. Now, boys, almost 1,000. No matter that in who now boys say every person will buy 100 Ghana cedis. They are coming to listen to you, but at the end of the day, no, you have to pay their transport in and out. In a normal economy, you don't have to pay anybody coming to listen to you. Exactly. You gather them. After paying their transport in, you have to pay their per diem for the day. What year? Then you have to pay for the venue, pay for whatever it is. By the time you finish a day, my campaign a day is over 100,000 Ghana cedis. A day campaign is over 100,000 Ghana cedis. So you imagine I'm left with about 2 months to go, and I'm spending 100,000 Ghana cedis every day, multiplied by 2 months. And yes, that is just the campaign of me. Yes. What about my party, other party members? My running mate, yes. My chairman, yes. My youth, my constituency executives and parliamentary candidates. Exactly. All these, how much do you think it amounts to? Over a t-shirt. One t-shirt, about 30 Ghana cedis. In a day, you don't, if you don't waste, you waste not less than 2,000 t-shirts in a day. So one t-shirt, 30 Ghana, times 2,000 is 60,000 Ghana cedis, only t-shirts. But BPR no, they are demanding for t-shirt.
And that brings into over the weekend. Now we have videos be an na I say u take your crab by storm, baby ubia press ubinya t-shirt. Na dey juma na woodie.
Over the weekend, you know, on him say Friday, I went to pray with the chief imam.
Okay.
And ask for his blessing. Because I'm the first Muslim candidate in our history.
Yes.
In Ghana.
Yes.
I'm the first Muslim in 2012.
Yes, in 2012.
Under the ticket of the PNC. So every time I buy me call, yeah. So this time I decided to go to the chief imam's place to ask for his blessing before me started. Okay. After electoral commission declared Niniano. Because all your campaign over here is small. Electoral commission be declared has you're qualified now. Then you will start. Yes. because we have had experience so much as campaign, and the electoral came and commission came and disqualified us. So we are learning lessons from all this.
Exactly.
So we are starting, the call chief imam, we know. Let's say, okay, you better start a Greater Accra. We will say, Nipano, Omodo, APC.
Ninchawano, Bisafo, Moshe Infonia, Guya, Obehu, the flag bearer, Edima, All People's Congress. APC Amayokyono, led by Dr. Hassan Ayariga, and Domu, just hundreds of them, and Yasem Ketuakura. Ubia penny t-shirt aji, say Nika Sempanti, and Muhu Ewomu screens. Meneno egusu a twetwe nkomo nti doc na aha na wo che t-shirts no
now this is I think tantamount. Yes, this is the love people should in what we say at this point it wasn't money.
Okay,
it was about just t-shirt.
Okay,
because when the mad rush for t-shirts shows the love for you, because people they don't care about your t-shirt. There are people who will go to Accra and throw 100 t-shirts, nobody will pick. They take the t-shirt and throw back at them. But yet, you know, the change, Nipa Mope, Omodo APC, Omodo Hassan Ayariga. This is a sign, say, Omope change. The Omope change, at the see young mama, that, what do you call it? Young mama, that change, no. But you see, here, yeah, and I see her. Women, they were shouting this year, number 9, number 8, number 9, number 8, number 9, number 8, 2 direct, 2 short. Tia, number Kasa. But who say, me number 9, me number 8. But they are chanting that number 8, no more number 9. What is happening in the economy, say, the economy is tough. Doc, the economy is tough. And I've been saying and advising the MPP that what is important for them now is to concentrate in finishing the 8 rather than breaking the 8. If you are wise, you will understand what I'm saying. Concentrate in finishing the 8 rather than breaking the 8. Because finishing the 8, the hardship not also. If you are able to cushion
the people,
I'm sure they'll be willing to listen to you. But when they are in serious crisis and you tell them you want to break the 8, will they listen to you?
No, they will not.
So for me, my policies, I don't make promises. I brought out policies that would change the economic situation of Ghana and build Ghana in a strong institutions that will make this country, after 4 years, after my tenure of the first 4 years, I don't want to be president again.
Yes, indeed. Enti ebusiafo ye ko ni nsemfo a anane nisuade huna ode atudwa em say bosumi atwemu September 22nd ena oda ne di pa hontima kama yinyina nso yenye bia ye kenkan ne ade na Dr. Hassan Ayariga enche producer behwe na ode some of the policy that at screen so said e be ya yinyina yebitimi ne ye di akire o se wo hwe niema em say nson in nationalization, modernization, industrialization, commercialization, domestication, digitalization, and globalization. These are 7 key areas or share and now build Ghana. Say Ghana for a tuaba at the money by your mampenia. And doc, young Connie say, with the economy, a dear na who share Nimu say obey the Abuama in Ghana.
To be restructured properly. And we have to start with, first of all, the mindset of the people. We need a change of mindset. When him say, you change your mindset towards the way we work, the way we want to build our country, the way we all have to contribute in building the country now. Young contributor, this country will be on an autopilot. So it is say Ghanaians, omunim say, Ghana we any ni idea. It is say MP na sorry na ya na correct.
Okay.
Yen idea na no correct. We are failing the citizens and we are failing this country. Well, we have to change our mindset towards building Ghana, towards going to work punctually. When him say nipa kura mo ko juma, or say 8 o'clock bra juma, come be juma 10 o'clock. And yet Ghana first, Ghanaians ko mo pe juma, o ko mo ma Ghanaians, o be ma foreigners. What ye? Obe all big juma na o Ghana ni nia do foreigners. Companies ni nia na o Ghana na be bia foreigners dia. On him say mining, your friend is oil exploration, lithium, bauxite, cocoa, bibia, foreigners. So we must begin to believe in the Ghana and the Ghanaian first, so that you know at all content of. You say my tree is not. I'm just mixing the tree and the English. So it is a local content, no.
Problem.
You build the local content. You empower local citizens so that they become the giants of your own country. You cannot be building foreigners in your country and leaving the citizens.
Exactly.
When him say even tax incentives, you farmer foreigners, you Ghanaians. Check Ghana cities no. It's here no. The reason why Ghana cities is falling is because one, we are not a production hub. So before we can build this economy, first of all, change the mindset and build a national development plan. But before we come to the national development plan, what is the most important thing in Ghana today is a national data system. That's the most important thing for us that we can never compromise. Because you need data. You sitting down here, Ghana doesn't have your data. That be only what you go and get is called Ghana card, but that's not data. If I key in your name, Dr. Anane or Dr. Anan, into the system, I won't find your name. Which system am I going to key your name to get as president? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
If I key your wife's name, I won't see anything. Because there's no system to key and know who you are, what you do, how you live. So we need that system. That is a system we need to have first. That as president, I sit down in my office, even your phone number is enough to know you. Oh, you are talking about a gentleman called Dr. Anna. Who is this Dr. Anna? The president wants to know. I don't need national security to tell me who Dr. Anna is. I just open my laptop as president, key, Dr. Anna, telephone number, this. Dr. Anna's information from your digital data, biometric data, where you work, your properties, your salary, your income, what you do for a living, where you live, your number of your cars, your number of assets, number plate, your children, everything about you will drop for me to know.
No Ghana card in this.
That be a Ghana card, information to Ghana card. Ghana card is your salary there. Your salary is not there. Is your property there?
No.
Your card number is it there? So let's. You see that data builds Ghana cards, give information to Ghana cards. Holistic one, national health insurance. It will give the issue of today that we are struggling with voter register now. It will have solved the problem of voter register problem because when you say, and you need proper data that gives birth to a voter register. So that data will give birth to a voter register. That data will give birth to a proper national card, Ghana card. It will give data to DVLA. It will give data to national security. It will give data to customs. It will give data to immigration. So that data is a central database that can share data to other institutions. Exactly. That will give us quick decision making and efficiency. So until these things are done now, look, we will continue to be having a banana economy where we are try and error. Everything is just try and error. I'm telling you.
I see.
And I don't understand why NDC and MPP are in power and they don't understand this. Wow. Every country in the world is doing that. Every country in the world is having data of its citizens. As president, I should know how many people have entered the airport in the next 1 minute. How many children have been given born this morning? How many died this afternoon or this morning or this evening? Data never now. Because every minute data now is we are updating the systems. I will know how many students are coming out of school in the next few months, those who have just qualified, how many of them have come, how many of them are not in school, how many doctors we are training this year, how many nurses were. Every data will give you that information. Even including your blood sample, about all. We will take blood samples of everybody and put it in the data. Because if there's disaster today and we are looking for blood group A, all we need to do is to clock on the data and say blood group, all Ghanaians with blood group A, and their information will drop. Please come and help save lives. We have to build a system.
First of all, economy
look, corruption be cut down. Because why? With salary at 10,000, you can't have a property of 100,000 Ghana cedis. Your salary at 10,000, your accounts will not show that you have 20,000. Because we have your account details. The GRA will have your information about your accounts. You just need to have information about your pension and all that. What year? So even those who are not working will be getting benefits, unemployment benefits. They will be getting housing benefit. They will be getting clothing benefit because they are part of the citizens. We have to build. So every citizen cannot be a burden on anybody anymore. Because the data allows me to have information living in Ghana and even outside Ghana. So I'm able to do what? Planning.
Exactly.
I'm able to plan with this data.
Yes.
So after the national data system, we now go to a national development plan.
Okay.
So with the data, now we begin to plan. You be planning how we be building your economy. What do we want? The data is telling us there's deficit in housing. The data is telling us that we are struggling. There's deficit in school blocks. Okay. Yes. The data is telling us that we have issues when it comes to agri. We are not producing food enough to feed our industries. We don't even have industries. It will give us every information that we need. The students we need to train. It will give us what kind of students do we want to have, graduates do we want to have in the next year, so that we don't just train anyhow graduates. Because even the data will give us the kind of students, graduates we need for every sector. So now, training people, the various institutions to fit into the society. Because we are collecting them and putting them in. They are not more coming out to become what? A burden. But by the time you are in level 300, we already know which department you are going. If you want to go to police, the slot will be given to you at level 300. You know that after school you are going to be a police officer. If you want to be a military officer, you know that by level 300 you are going to be a military officer. Because the standard of every institution, security institution, must be first degree. Under my leadership.
Under your leadership?
Under my leadership. Must be first degree. Because we are building the society. We are building institutions. We cannot just pick people anyhow and make them jobs for the boys. Security institutions are supposed to be the most intelligent institutions in the world. But we in Africa and Ghana, we have compromised institutions to boys. And where is the security? So it's easy to attack Ghana. It's very easy. Ghana's security has been compromised.
And you also say the Panunya first degree is enough intelligence.
It's a basic training. Those who are there will be getting extra training. I'm not going to sack those who are already in the systems. No, they will go back for extra training. So we are going to have skill training. Every Ghanaian citizen would now be trained to do something.
We'll
Look at our Ghana city. So from the national database, national development plan, then we now come to what I call the economic lockdown.
Yes.
I'm going to lock down the economy. Okay? For the first 1 year, I will allow us to import the raw materials that we need, the machinery that we need for our industry, for our manufacturing sector, for our production sector. Everything that we can begin to lock down. When we now lock down, remember pandemic, no? You lock it down.
Yeah.
At the end, Do you know why we locked down? We locked down because it was pandemic.
Yes.
And every nation was locking down. But Ghana, what did we learn from the lockdown now? Nothing. We only use it as an excuse to protect our degree in governance. But we did not learn anything from it. What I've learned from it is that we could not sustain our country for 3 weeks. 2 cities, not 16, 2 regions. Greater Accra
and Greater
Kumasi. We couldn't sustain them for 3 weeks. So we had to lift the lockdown. The lockdown was lifted because of what? The issue of food security. We could not supply them food. We could not feed them. So if we continue with the lockdown, how was Ghana going to feed them? The beer. So what it means is that Ghana, we are in deep crisis when it comes to food security. What it means is that Ghana, when there's world war, Ghana will starve and probably eat each other.
But the Minister for Agri will not agree with you. This week he has said, Ghana's food security
the food security of Ghana is first determined by the prices of goods and services in the market.
And they said,
what are the cost of goods of prices on this? Look, I like the policy of the MPP agenda. What food for what do you call
planting it? For food and jobs.
Planting for food and jobs. It's a good policy. It's been implemented, but it didn't have enough effect. It didn't do much. Planting for food and job was supposed to be given enough boost to produce and manufacture at a lower cost, but it couldn't. They were producing at a very high cost because of taxes and duties. And that is why I have a policy called free port.
Yes, free port.
The free port is to allow the importation of raw materials into this country, cancel what is called duty. And you see, people believe that it is duty that gives revenue to government. No, it's not only duty.
Okay.
There are other ways of getting revenue to government. When you have enough production, manufacturing, and industrial revolution, you are getting a lot of money from the production and manufacturing of these companies. When they cut down the cost of production, it's cushioning the citizens' life. Because they are producing at a very low cost and they are selling at a low cost.
Yeah.
And you are also taxing them
something.
Yeah. So every day you are getting money. That's why we say that little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. But we have increased. Look, I cleared a car. I bought this car $10,000 in the US. I brought it to Ghana and I paid almost 500,000 Ghana cedis to clear. 500,000 Ghana cedis to clear. Not 5,000. 500,000, which was about $40,000. Why? Me talk car no 10,000. My charge due to $40,000 in Ghana. If I'm able to raise $40,000 to pay for the car, how about ordinary Ghanaians? Will they be able to? So you see that Cecilia ports are empty.
Yes.
Ports Cecilia yeah, businessmen and women are not important anymore. They are struggling and suffering. So you need to begin to think. What you want is better? Increasing too much taxes and duty on them and getting nobody to bring goods, or reducing them and every day you are getting money.
Which you will go for the free port.
Yes. Cutting down on the duties and bringing in goods, and then I tax them small and build my country. Now the ports are all empty. Go to all the ports. Takoradi, Accra, they are all empty. Ghanaians have shifted their business now to Togo.
I see.
And the economy is suffering because people are not bringing in containers anymore. People are not bringing goods. Why would the most expensive thing in the world is in Ghana?
What is that?
Anything. The most expensive thing in the world is in Ghana. And you ask me what is that, and I said anything. Anything that is in Ghana is the most. You see your laptop? This is your laptop.
Yes.
It's probably $500 in the US. When you buy it, they will sell it to $1,500 to $2,000.
Yes.
The suit you are wearing, and you're Ghana there, you're foreign there. Okoton US and now UK, 70 euros, 60 euros. Over more than 300 euros.
Yeah.
So tell me what is not expensive in Ghana.
And it's as a result of Nkomo Ayedi.
As a result of the taxes. And the port duties, no. What here?
Yeah.
Be and check your salary. We are the lowest earning workers in the world.
You better into your direction. When you should do for the bi-weekly
salary
yes. And will come there. But Obisi Mimbisao quickly say with the database, you know. Also Mimbisao say the database, you know. First of all, why muna wo share num say odibe share wo say they should be the custodian of that database, you know.
We have the custodian or those who are going to help build the data.
Okay, so the custodian who are going to build,
yes.
build
we have young, intelligent men out there who have finished universities, and they don't have jobs.
Okay.
We strategize them and put them in every location. Okay. We build an office in every location of data of everybody. And then it will now be a central database that will be managed by ICT experts in the world, in the Ghana, that will manage it. And that is security and cyber security protection.
Okay. Okay.
It's not just any data. Because the data on your phone, you are protecting it. Nobody can use your phone except you. So nobody will be able to access the data except the professionals and institutions mandated to handle the national data system.
I see. Okay. And yanko unkomodi on the bi-weekly.
Yes, so who say?
Komodi no.
Me say, me president. I have so many policies I put in place. Me, I don't do promises. The difference between APC and MPP and NDC is that APC, no, you kita policies, then you promises.
Okay.
Like maybe this promise, dabi. We are fixing this country by stage.
Okay.
Block by block. You see that we started with the mindset.
Yes.
And Ghanaians first.
Yes.
We want to national data system. We want to national development plan. We want to lock down.
Yes.
And we want to production, manufacturing, and industrial hub.
Exactly.
After locking down manufacturing, industrial, we will now move to the next topic, which is the most important topic Ghanaians are talking about, or economy.
Yes.
Because when you now lock down, you are now going to be producing morning, afternoon, and evening. Production will be 8 hours for production companies, 8 hours in the afternoon for manufacturing companies, 8 hours in the evening for industrial companies, the industries. So you are running a 24-hour cycle, non-stop, because the country is supposed to be busy in the morning and vibrant in the evening. So at all the 24 hours, our Ghanaians are working. So it will need us to get more labor, because the labor force in Ghana alone cannot maintain or give us a perfect structure to be able to rule a 24-hour economy. So Ghanaians will now be getting labor force from Burkina Faso, from Togo to support the system. And that is why we'll be running 2 shifts. People will run 2 shifts. People work for 2 shifts because it's a 3-shift process.
Yes.
So some people must now become an independent nation, economically independent, and not depend on any other nation again. There are 2 types of independence. We in Africa, we have 2 types. In Europe, they have 1.
Okay.
Africa is the freedom from the slavery.
Okay.
That's independence as a nation. And the second one is financial independence, economical independence. But in Europe, they don't need freedom. They are free. Okay? They are not under any slave trade or any master. So they are fighting for financial independence. So we now have gotten the freedom. But we need to become economically independent. But we are not. We borrow from the other nation. We are borrowed to the extent that we can't even pay interest on borrowing. And that was the reason why we had that haircut. And people have died as a result. People are still struggling. People cannot pay their medications and all that. We have to be learning by the day. We just don't have to be winning power and playing with the minds of the people. That is what I see in NDs and MPP. And that's what I've been telling Ghanaians. You are wasting your time when you vote NDs and MPP. You will never ever get economic freedom. Never. They are not thinking, they are doing promises. Promises. They are doing policies. We are Even a child can be president of Ghana by the time we are. Because the presidency will now become what? How do I put it? Oh, the presidency will now become like ceremonial presidency. After I'm done with my 4 years.
I see.
You over Cortinas and only Juma over here. Because Juma system that I am. So who there? I want to say me too. Ghana is supposed to be represented now. Cortinasi, Casadian over Casa. Because what you say, or country, no, they are not worried. By the time I finish, politics will not be interesting to anybody. Politics, who you are politics, nobody will mind you. Because the institutions are working and everybody is benefiting. Exactly. Everybody is enjoying. Everybody is self-sufficient. Nobody is a beggar anymore. Everyone has been put in a place where he's earning a living and nobody is powerful anymore. The issue of who am I? I'm a minister, I'm a this. No, you the minister's salary, some people will even be getting more money than you. Because under my leadership, no minister will have a government vehicle, government house, anything that is concerning government, you will not have it.
How many ministers are you looking at?
When I get there, I will know. But now I can't tell because of this.
You will not make a promise.
No, I don't make. That's why I say I'm building structures. When I get there, I will know. Every minister and civil servant, everybody must use his salary to take care of himself. So that we know how, you will get to know how people are suffering. Because if you are a minister now, okay, you're free. But the own tough word.
And it's always Juma, and as a constitution, I was say, correct.
Amendment of the constitution. A lot of amendments.
Because one,
because the power, no, power, no, endorse for one person. And to see reduce powers, no. Now all the institutions will have that autonomous power, and become independent, so that they will work beside. I mean, Juma say nobody will, government interfere.
Yes.
There will not be interference of any political power. So everybody is working as an institution. Exactly. Now, Juma, you have people managing you. You have institutions making sure that you do the right thing. So you don't even care are in power or not.
Yeah. What is and so you have been a 24-hour.
So 24-hour economy, no. We are 24-hour economy. The next thing is the welfare of Ghanaian citizens. Because when you increase productivity, manufacturing industries will get raw materials. What? 5. The industries will get raw. Inputs from the manufacturing company to build their industries. Yes. Now after employing a lot of people, you now have to look at their welfare. What is their welfare? The minimum wage that is now, daily minimum wage that is 18 cedis to 90 pesos. I'm going to increase the minimum wage from between 150 Ghana cedis to 300 Ghana cedis.
And I would say it's part of the bi-weekly salary policy.
Yeah, meba. Okay. I'm dealing the minimum wage first.
Okay.
So the minimum wage now, see, I ever do from 150 Ghana cedis to 300 Ghana cedis.
I see.
When him say even labor and high labor no be juma labor a day is 100 Ghana.
Yes.
Mason is about 150. Why will the minimum wage be 18 cedis? Daily minimum wage. Why will it be 18 cedis? Because your transport alone no to the job will take it. Joining over there and then so 18 cedis no bogus. So my increase minimum wage from 18 cedis to 150, between 150 and 300. Then I'll now patch monthly wage at 5,000 Ghana cedis. The minimum monthly wage will be 5,000 Ghana cedis for every Ghanaian.
Sir?
Yes. We are killing the people. 5,000 Ghana cedis monthly wage.
Hey, and Dr. Hassan Ayariga and Yegusu and any chicken common and common more the papa party, Koswani and Tina never messages in the bra, and some of the Bibria about a breast and then from there, I now 5,000 a day, a month. Your monthly salary should be minimum wage, minimum salary be 5,000. Now what I say 5,000 kwa den ebe yema. Yan kasa na kura. O fuel for a whole 1 week. Yes, and Ukremu.
About 2,800 Ghana cedis for 1 week. Anamebwa.
Yes.
Oh yeah, rounds per and do 2 weeks. Then over now to another fuel, 800 Ghana cedis, 2,000. In a month you have spent only fuel almost 2,000. Car na set over your car no. Who are quarter no more fee. Who are rent no betua. Who are electricity bill, a cost row, insume, a cost row. I'll even come to that one too as well. So the structures I am building now. And you one by one. So me wear minimum wages now, then me bar the next topic. When him say see no Ghana uju salary and then do 5 days abesa. Your salary cannot take you more than a week. And then now you have to wait
for another month.
For another month to get your salary. Why won't you be corrupt? Why won't you be a thief? What here? Because 3 weeks now, but wait now. It's either you go and borrow. Who are you going to borrow from? The one you are going to borrow doesn't have. Or you go and steal. Or you be corrupt. So this is what I intend to do. Me, your president, we are. Ghanaians will now be taking their salary every 2 weeks.
Bosumi be every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks.
And he said, Woka say, Bosumi be able to be 5,000.
Every 2 weeks, nobody 2,500.
Sir. Hey, Asima okay, the more there. That is the system. That is what the system should do for us. Because you can't come to Ghana and be suffering like a slave. You are a citizen of Ghana in your country and you are like a slave. Where else can you go and be better? Because we are not putting yes systems and system the people are struggling. So only 2 weeks now. First 1 week, at least you have only 1 week to suffer. To go be able to manage that other 1 week. And the next week you are getting money again. I see.
We have to cushion every time we are in leadership position. It is using your answer. Then who are president now? What policies are you bringing on board to change the fundamentals and the lives of the people? If you cannot bring those policies, then why are you president? Because you are maintaining the status quo. And the status quo is not anybody at now. Sincere, no, status quo, no, it's not helping anyone. Go out there and see. Ghanaian workers, look at the money they are getting and look at the number of days they have to wait even to get another one. So that's why somebody said that Ghanaians are magicians. Because at the normal circumstance, if I'm going to wait 1 month to take my salary, and yeah, easy. But if it is every 2 weeks, I will plan my. It helps also in decision making.
And someone who came there and say, a lot of reviews and amendments. Only
my dear, because over the years, no, over the years now, the NDs and the people just come and that die. No more pharmaceutical, no more build more wealth. No more Ghanaians, and they are suffering. That is why Ghana used to be like heaven. In the 60s, if you are a Ghanaian citizen after the independence, you were like this. Today, check it. Now, Kita Adian is a gold mine. Your reserve, gold, your friend is saying, reserves in gold. That's why Ghana was called the Gold Coast, because we have so much reserve. And now, we have certain citizens of this country. We are very selfish. When Ghana was mining as an institution, as a state, they went and brought in what is called PPP, and brought in people to take the mining sector, and took it from government and gave it to their own cronies. Those in power decided that government should not mine again, and took over the mining activities and gave it to themselves, and brought in people, and they mined and took the wealth of Ghana away, and left out with debris, left out with bad with the pollution of our water bodies, left out with destruction of our farmlands, left out with destruction of cocoa lands, left out with people dying on daily basis. We are talking about the water bodies, but we have forgotten about the people dying every day. That one, we are not talking about it.
Yes.
You see the mentality? Mentality, not saying change, account. People are dying in pits every day. Not one, not two. The number of deaths you can count. There are millions.
stop it.
I am going to ban all mining. Large scale mining, I'll ban.
Hey.
Small scale mining, I'll ban. Galamsey, I'll ban. No foreign company will mine in my country, and no person, whether citizen or in my company. I have said that I will do audit, a forensic audit into it. All those companies that have mined over the years and have destroyed our water bodies will all pay back. They will reclaim our lands, make sure that our water bodies are properly, managed, and everything they have destroyed, they will pay back before they leave my country.
I just say, who support Ghana for Dodona as a president, Galamsey and 70 years you say, he should do something before he leaves office.
I have this policy in my 2016-2020 manifesto that I'll ban all that. And after banning all that, the only institution allowed to mine will be the government of Ghana. This is our wealth. We are borrowing money from outside when we have wealth and they are taking it outside. See, you call outside. How do you say borrowing in Twi? You call Bobisia from outside. Nani power you no move outside. Why never yes, sir? Why will we behave? What kind of mentality and attitude do we have? The wealth of Ghana is part of the minerals and the resources. So when Ghana begins to mine its own gold, bauxite, oil, timber, cocoa, and all that, Sikana be Ghana be brave. Sikana be dorsal. How much is it to mine? Will government destroy its own water body? No.
Yeah.
Will government destroy its cocoa farmlands? No. Will government make sure that their people are dying? No. So we'll put institutions, I'll open up mining institutions to train all the Galamsey workers. All Galamsey workers now, you better train no more. We'll send them to the mining institution and train them on how to do proper mining. Okay? Then we'll now open the government mining and employ them in the government mining sectors.
Exactly.
And pay them good salaries and good conditions of work, and they will have perfect life and not go and mine like the way they are doing illegal mining and dying and destroy the water bodies. Same we will do with oil. Under my leadership, no company will come and drill in Ghana.
Yeah,
Ghana government. What do you say? What we are talking about economic empowerment. It's about you managing your own affairs, not somebody managing it for you. If as a country, yet to make money, then what do we have? Who are we? If as a country we can drill our own, who are we? If as a country we have given our bauxite out, why are we a country? If as a country we have given our lithium out, why? Then what are we? What are we managing? What is the president doing? What is the president doing at all?
President Dr. Hassan Ayariga will not entertain that.
Not at all. Ujumaya there as president. What foul you have given out your country to foreigners? Utenasi now say up 10% royalties. If 10% were good for you, what about 90%?
So we need the expertise. We need.
I was coming back to that. How much does it cost to mine? And what technical know-how are we looking for? What skills and talent and mechanism can independent people do and government cannot do?
I see.
If individual people can be able to put themselves and buy graders, buy excavators, and get cyanide and all that and come and mine, how much more a government?
I see.
So it's the greed I've been talking about. The selfish interest of some. Some of them have made money and have run away to South Africa. Some of those people I'm talking about. And when I will do auditing. If you go Upclose jail.
Sir?
Upclose jail. Ya Ghana ha na bibia ye say nobody cares. Nobody, no accountability, no probity, nothing. Bibia everybody a year at the end of pay now go scot free.
Dr. Hassan Ayariga or share say Ghana for Mobeshen and Nunyam no matter about mano mana be di online so December 7 2024 about wa ye komu no na watoto ne ma enkomo ne de watachi bebre manifesto no watachi bebre but the one interesting me pa me hwe ni manifesto was say light the nation what is it about light
the nation yo ekita we are struggling with power generation.
Okay.
Na me say me ba ECG me be in flat rate. Insume flat rate. Because unwa nipa no more story building or light bill every man be 200 Ghana cedis. And do more than 200 Ghana.
Or story building.
Or light single story building. Or light bill be 200 Ghana cedis.
200 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Oh, how?
Meba. Or standard house. Or light bill be 150 Ghana cedis. Okay, the compound, just standard block, one story build, one floor.
Yes.
Yes. 4 bedrooms.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
Or that be 150 Ghana cedis every month. Or compound house. Your friend a compound house. Yes. I don't know how they call it in the cheap house or cheap compound house.
Compound house. We are being.
Or that be 200 Ghana cedis.
200 Ghana.
200 Ghana cedis. Who keep a shop, barbering shop. Olad be 50 Ghana cedis. Ukita saloon. Olad be 60 Ghana cedis. Ukita container, mobile phone container 30 Ghana cedis. Or office, normal office 60 Ghana cedis every month.
Hey,
yeah, I remember our calculation now. Our problem with ECG is collection of revenue, and that collection of revenue is becoming a problem because of illegal connections. But besides that, why do people do illegal collection? Is when the tariffs are too high for people to bear. People don't want to bear the tariffs, no. Or illegal. This is what I intend to do. Use the more you use for companies, ECG, no, have a company's production manufacturing hub, the more you use, the less you pay. For ECG and water. Because we want you to produce at a lower cost so that we can buy goods at a very lower cost. So, here, there were 30 million Ghanaians. Let me give you now the statistics. Over 30 million Ghanaians, give or take 20 million homes in Ghana. These 20 million homes, multiply 20 million by 200 Ghana every month. How much will you get?
That's good money.
Thank you. We have over 150 million offices in this country. Multiply that by 150 Ghana cedis and see how much is that. We have over 10 million containers. 10 million containers in this country. Even more. Multiply by 60 Ghana, 30 Ghana cedis and see how much. We have more than government offices. I can't count them. Single offices, I can't count them. Multiply that by 150 and see how much we are making in a month. My calculation be beyond. We put up the mechanism. No more meters.
No more meters.
No. Because of a data system, no, we are picking the physical structure of everybody.
I think we are very concerned about the data.
Thank you.
Collection.
Yes, it will give me perfect location of every building standing in Ghana.
Exactly.
What year? And you are paying per your building, not paying per meter. So in every community, no, we have the office of the ECG.
I see.
That makes the collection in that area.
Yeah.
So there is no way you will say you won't pay because they have your data, they have your house number. So they will know that if you pay, your house number and your data will show. Oh, these are the 3 houses that didn't pay. They'll go after you.
Yeah, there was some few minutes to go. Wadaroma, corruption. Bosoma Kakramae, what is your
yeah, we have not even touched half of it.
Corruption or Boso Kakramae, about corruption.
Database, no. because of the national data system, no, you don't mean you're corrupt. Because Sika mean pay from any bank to another bank, we be tracing it. But the level of corruption, no, less than 0.01%. What year? 0.01%. But in an unlikelihood, you are able, you are corrupt in one way. Obeko jail. Or a man now, Obeko jail. Or a woman now, Oko jail. If you are a man and you are going to jail, your children and family will follow you. What you are doing, Kazana? What you are doing, when you are caught, over corruption, you are caught. A chinoa. What the name? Where man, you go with your wife and children.
Oh, no, what do you want?
Meba, you go with your husband and children. This is my first tackle, of course, so that you know you must have fear of the law of this country. So that so that when you are doing things, because this country we don't punish people, they get away with it. They do unnecessary things. So unim say obeko jailer, uno oba no according to bed unye adwuma na better me for come. I don't know bury your name. I don't know under who when you are corrupt and steal the money, who are you going to spend with?
Sir,
yes. So the fact of the matter, yes. Maybe change it.
1 year no the amendment.
Look, only say me say politics no also. APC policy no who no and yen nipa na international chairman me.
I see.
Me.
One out try one.
Me na me try me there.
Ti dia opese wo ye no.
Me na me engineer.
As the leader.
Me na me write the
and as the president is elected.
That is why when I was reading my manifesto, no, I was presenting my manifesto. I was not reading.
Yeah, extempo. Me hear pa.
And I was telling you one after the other policies, no, and your promises.
Unim say you run a parliamentary system.
Me president, the first day me be call tenants, me be call that cells.
Obako that cells.
Me be call that cells.
We are president about
the first day me move show me in me be call that cells.
That
is the sign that whoever make mistake with my country will sleep there.
Ghana for Dr. Hassan Ayariga.
Oh, you mistake.
Or say Motu Abamano na obeye mampenia. Yeswani in 7th January 2025. Adia chinye 8 ya no order. Obako that cells dia hino.
Anyone, I cry here. Me be ka na mo business na me da.
I see.
Na me so na ko fie. And that day it's a message. Na me send everybody.
Okay.
This is the message that if you joke with Ghana's money, you joke with the welfare of the citizens of Ghana, you try to be something else,
you are in trouble.
The law will not spare you.
I see. How many parliamentary candidates in our file so far? 276. Because you need them to
my
work
policy,
and make
my
sure
my policy is not about my parliamentary candidates. My policy
amendment.
Hold on. When you say me moto no, I don't believe in winner takes it all kind of political syndrome.
Okay.
My policy is all-inclusive governance concept.
I see.
So as president, I'm not even going to be picking ministers and other things from parliamentarians. Dabi, when we have Juma at parliament, let them concentrate and serve their communities.
But the constitution says Fabi free parliament.
Maybe change the constitution. I didn't have a pen and bay.
And I make us say the way 1 year
because constitution no, yeah no, 1992.
Wait.
1992.
What was just say chum?
It is say reforms. 1992 no nipa no motina say akunya no at that time no. Omonyanse no is different. Situations no meeting in 1992 no it's a total different thing together in 2024.
I see.
So in 2024 we have to reduce the powers of one person to the presidency. Even me as president, I'm going to reduce my powers.
Reverend Samuel Mensah, we name us run meeting no who ye dear.
What who say ADC, the MPP. I'm not that die, no.
Sir.
If you want to pick, want to run this country very well, you have to put a team that will help you build this country.
Okay.
With all due respect to teachers are not economists. You understand?
Yes.
There are some teachers who are economists. But Nana Jin Mensah, she's not an economist. Why will you take a running mate who is not an economist to go and occupy a position of an economist? Nana Opoku. Napo. Honorable Napo. He is not an economist. He's a doctor. Why will you put a doctor to go and manage the affairs of an economist?
John Mahama was not an economist.
John Mahama is a communicator.
Yes.
But as president, anybody can run for it.
Okay.
But the people who are going to work for you, you must find the professionals.
I see.
Who knows it so well to do the job. You are given the mandate to be the head. Now you decide to pick those who help you run this country in a professional and better way of picking them. That is why the APC, Mekofa Reverend Olayo Mensah, he's an economist.
I see.
He's an accountant. He's an audit. He's a father. He's a reverend. And he's a lecturer. But here,
when they inform me with this,
and beside that, he's an independent presidential candidate as well.
I see.
No, but yeah, independent candidate.
Okay.
But we spoke with most of the independent candidates, Omojai, Omobit, and we formed a united force.
Okay.
Because they're per unity government. We have taken all the independent candidates, even those parties that were disqualified. We are touching base with them.
With all of them.
Because we do not believe in winner takes it all kind of political syndrome. We believe in all-inclusive governance.
Okay.
So when I become president, I'm not bothered whether NDC or MPP people. Everyone.
Okay.
Everybody is supposed to be part of building Madagana. I don't care whether you voted for me
or not
or against me. Once you have the requisite talent, skill, knowledge, you are given the position.
Dr. Ayariga, sorry to make the easy electoral commission and then more quiet park. Okay, you'll be there yourself.
I'm going from here. I'm going to IPAC.
You see, you show be alive.
I'm going. I'll be there.
So far, Omujume DNA said you're more putting Niama to make sure election because no Ojeni saying, how do you take Niama so far?
In my earlier submission, my catcher will say, Doc, you need data system, you need database. At the end of the year, what? Trial error.
I see.
When you say NDC and MPP parties, no. I do voter registration exercise. Omoko fa minor from universities and schools, no. No more register. First of all, you have compromised their identity. You have compromised the voter register.
Okay.
Omoko Togo, Burkina, Cote d'Ivoire, neighboring countries, Omoko fa foreigners. No, Moba say Omo register because they want the vote.
I see.
Why will see you that want to be president? You are behaving in this manner. You that want to be the government of the day, this is your attitude.
So are you impressed with the work so far?
I'm coming. This is your attitude in giving us a voter register. The EC will capture anybody you bring. So far as you bring in a guarantor to guarantee, who is AC to say no? So EC will give us what we gave them. You feed a cow with a grass or whatever, it will reduce that thing for you. Whatever we put in the system is what they are giving us. So if you come now and say that the register is not credible, it's not this, it's not that, you know what you did. Me, my stand is that I don't mind any forensic audit. But the problem is now is that the EC has told us, me, I don't listen to political, I built my own level of management. The EC has told us that they have given us a provisional voter register.
Yes.
If NDC is looking for forensic audit into what? What are they looking for? Forensic audit into what?
I almost say discrepancies in the voter register
the
and
EC
then
has given,
IT system.
Thank you. But the EC so far has given us only a provisional voter register. So if you say forensic audit into what? The provisional register or the final register?
Okay.
You have not got the final register. Why are you worried with the forensic?
the IT system.
When the person has not given you the final one, they are still in the process of working on the final certificate.
Okay.
Provisional is to give you to what? Identify errors. Why are we so biased in our thinking?
What about the IT system? Say, here audit.
That's what I'm telling you.
The IT system.
The IT system is based on the voter register. Everything that you're going to do is going to be about the final voter register.
Okay.
Whether IT or whether the voter register, the provisional register, finally, at the end of the day, you wait.
No more final.
No more final one, no be mao. Now cross checking. Bibia no huno. Ekita ho ana enkita ho.
Okay. All right.
I hope you understand. Am I right or wrong? Yes, so we should not. Yes,
register.
Provision you cannot be
final.
Because you final no problem. You better me catch it. Say young vote to see correct. That one, all of us will stand on it.
Okay.
And say no.
All right.
Until it is corrected, no December polls.
Okay, all right, that's true. And for Dr. Hassan Ayariga, APC, Franco Tunia, about 2 more, or Ghana for Betun Swabana, Wabe Mampeni, January 7, 2025. Doc, yes, sorry, so last words to
my last word is that I greet every Ghanaian listening to me this morning and watching us this morning, Dr. Annan and myself. 7th December is close. And I know that the suffering is real, the hardship is real. We have interchanged the NDC and the MPP for 32 years. And they are the cause of where we are. I know many of you listening and watching do not want to vote again. You are tired of these two politics. But we being tired is not enough. We have to demonstrate it with a change. We have to change NDC and MPP. This year, it is not about the two major parties. It's about the APC and Hassan Ayariga. I am reaching you in your homes, your offices, your houses, appealing to you that 7th December, make that change. Don't say if you vote Hassan Ayariga, you are wasting your vote. No. A vote for Hassan Ayariga is a vote of change for you, your entire family, and the country Ghana. A vote for Hassan Ayariga is a vote for a new path, a new dimension, a new authority in the making. A vote for Hassan Ayariga is a vote that will salvage this country and make us economically independent. That vote on the 7th of December, do not sit in your homes and think that that change will happen. That change can only happen when you go out there and make that change. Okay. If you don't go out, NDC and MPP members will go and decide a president for you, a president you do not want.
Okay.
So ladies and gentlemen, fellow citizens, please go out and make that change. If you vote for me, if I don't win, NDC will not win and MPP will not win again. Exactly. So we have to go for a second round. And in the unlikelihood of a second round, and I am part of that second round, I am part of the second round in this event, I'll be your next president.
Inshallah. All right.
And I am number 9 on the ballot. Remember, number 9. I am the striker of this 2024 general elections. And don't forget, the number 1 is the defending team, and that's already the goalkeeper. So I'm asking number 7 and 8 to pass the ball to me, and let's see what happens.